So let me ask you this: Black Hollywood, and we've been spending a lot of time in Black Hollywood. So I'm hearing a lot of the same stories told. Like it's very tough, it's difficult, the budgets are not the same, and a lot of people saying the same thing. For the outside people that's not in that cluster and they don't understand, like, what are some of the challenges that people face in Black Hollywood as far as getting a movie produced or not getting the same budget for their white counterparts? Because I don't think people have a appreciation of that.
Well, the very thing that those who are outside of the Hollywood industry that are in our community that see the challenges that we deal with every day as a people, we work twice as hard to get, twice as less as our counterparts, right? And that being said, it is the same way. We're not valued the way I believe we supposed to be valued. So those budgets are really important for us so that we can have the kind of quality that we can present to the consumer. And the smaller the budget, the more creative you have to get. And we don't have resources oftentimes as our white counterparts. The real deal is we don't own any platforms the way we should. There's a few Black owned platforms, but we don't have a lot of outlets. We don't have as many. So we are not sort of governing over these entities or these corporations to say, hey, you guys have a great story. Y'all want to tell it and there's money to be made. Come here. It's not as many. So when we do find those places, everybody's trying to go through one keyhole. Everybody's trying to go through one tunnel. And even when you go to non-Black owned places, they'll tell you to go over there because, they have to find value in what we do. And that's changing quite a bit as we're, making it very clear and we're loud about it because we have to. That I always say, and I talk to execs in the industry in Hollywood that either look like us and particularly the ones who are not from the Black community. I tell people all the time, we're not looking for handouts. We're not asking for any favors. Black folk have earned the right to have the things that we believe, right? From what we've contributed in front of the camera, what we've done behind the camera, the things that we have done and changed the narratives, and we've taken the reign. We've been able to do so much, and we've made y'all a lot of money, 10 times, 100 times over in a real way. But also the consumers, Black communities, Black people support all movies, right? So we have earned that. We have earned the right to be at the table. We earned the right to have the, decision-making power. And oftentimes in Hollywood, historically, Black folks don't govern over anything. We're in front of the camera and it looks good. Give Black folks enough, to keep them quiet, but not enough to make them a real difference or have a real impact on the other side of things. And we want to change that,
Yeah.
We don't want to just have enough to keep us quiet, but really not make a difference. We're trying to really do something here, and we've earned it on both sides. So now we have Black entrepreneurs, and I don't mean to cut you off,
Oh, go
but
ahead.
now we have Black entrepreneurs or Black, companies that recognize that, and Hollywood has had to come together and be a part of sort of, the movement, and because they understand we bring a lot of money. So you look at this, it's like, look at Black Panther.
That's what exactly. What I was
About to go over there?
That's where I was going, because I was like,
yeah.
what you're saying is it takes for a Black Panther and a Ryan Coogler to do that, $1 billion movie,
Sure.
do it again, another $1 billion success on its way, and then you hear like what Disney has a division called Onyx,
Mhm.
and now it's focusing on Black creators, and so I wonder if it seems like it's a timing thing, right?
Oh,
Because
yes.
even now, like you said, there's a cold time, but now it's hot. It's a hot thing, and it's a topic,
It's a topic,
right?
and
And
it's
so
a
now
hot
it
thing.
brings more creatives, but having just Onyx isn't enough, right?
Oh,
So
no,
I was going to the next point was like, hey, Tape Man Entertainment, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
this develops, and it's like you've been working on it for a long, but now the timing of it makes
The
sense.
timing, yeah, because now we have executives who are in these places now that are, the heads of production and they're heads of these companies and entertainment companies that when I walk into a room, they understand. And it's not something that I have to, you know, beat them over the head about. Like, okay, they get it. And I'm not gonna bring anything that's mediocre. I'm gonna really believe that I'll bring something that's quality, or I won't bring it at all. Right. But you mentioned Tateman Entertainment, which is a production company, entertainment company that my brothers Laron and Lamar and I decided to put together years ago. And we've had some cool deals. They'll go and give you a housing deal, make sure that you're cool, pay you some money, take care of you. But it's like, okay, it's great to be in there and it's great to get a little bit of that money, but we want to get the product out there. We want to be able to get the stories told. We want to be able to make sure that the voices of the voiceless can be heard. And if we are those, the pathway, if we're the conduits to do that, then we really need to see those who are like-minded and understand the bigger overall picture. And we want equity. It's more than just, getting the project off the ground. We want some ownership. And as we do business with other, Black entities, quality, we're looking for quality. We team up with the quality. We want equity because that's what it's about. It is a business. And so the fact that we recognize more of the business, we walk into the rooms and we are on, we we know what we're doing.
I thought Old Dog was gonna come out and he's gonna say we on our shit.
I was about to. We was
Well,
about to.
it's been a pleasure, my brother.
Yes.
Anything that you want to make the public aware of, any new projects, of course, you're Power, but anything you're working on?
Yeah, I want to talk about obviously Power Ghost season 3. That's out. That's covered out. It's going to be an incredible season.
Councilman Rashad Tate.
Yes, Councilman
See that?
Rashad. Tell you there's a connection, and can't give too much away, but I can say that we've elevated some things. We've definitely gonna see Councilman Tate up to his shenanigans. Got to do that. It wouldn't be. There's gonna be some
Totally right.
Tons of shenanigans.
yeah, and
It's
so
only
some
right.
backdoor deals and some
It's only right.
some nonsense going on. And no, I'm excited about it. It's a great.
Somebody will be sacrificed.
Absolutely, mandatory. Has to happen. But I'm excited about this season and what the whole Power universe is representing. What else we got? My brothers and I actually are working on a docuseries about social injustice, about the marginalization of specifically Black people, and we filmed it in Chicago. Right, we've been working on the West Side and the South Side of Chicago, really just showing why some of the things are happening, but beyond why are the things happening in terms of the marginalization of us and our community, what are the solutions? And we are trying to create something that allows the people who are going through what they're going through to come up with the solutions. Oftentimes it's people who are behind the scenes or off to the side who is not even from the community deciding what is best for those who are dealing with it. But guess who knows? The people who have been able to survive, the people who have been able to overcome those hurdles and those pitfalls and those landmines. So we wanted to create something that allows the voices of those who are dealing with it to tell us what the solution is.
Yeah.
And let's figure that out. So we're also involved with some redevelopment. We have to call it redevelopment, but basically it's gentrification in the hood. And I'm like, yo, hold up. How can we be a part of that, redevelopment? Because it's really important. And as you know, with gentrification, it's valuable land, it's valuable, communities, but they displace those who inhabit it. And it's particularly Black folks, Black and brown people, right? And so we're like, how can we find this social equity? How can we find opportunities to keep, to redevelop it, get all the amenities, housing, affordable housing, businesses that the people who live there could take part and they're not displaced, right? And we can create businesses and we can create, schools and museums. And this is not like sort of a pipe dream. It's like it is attainable. It happens. It just doesn't happen with us often. So we're doing all the things that we can to be a part of that. We're dealing with developers and architects and lawyers and financial people that look like us, that we could be a part of the narrative to redevelop and help buy back the block.
You had my last thing. You had a successful audio series.
Yes,
right?
Bronzeville. So Bronzeville represents that, and that's
more
why
of that.
Yeah, so we got more of that. Bronzeville is sort of a roadmap, if you will. The actual story is like it's theater of the mind, where you can like hear like this podcast, right?
Mhm.
But we scripted it. There's characters in it, and it takes place in the 1930s, 1940s on the south side of Chicago in a community called Bronzeville, where black folks were self-sufficient. And the way that they became self-sufficient financially was running numbers. Other communities were, bootlegging and doing liquor and all
Mhm.
that stuff during Prohibition. Black folks, we were running numbers. And what happened was, as a result of creating this economic infrastructure, they began to invest in the community. So these people who were called policy kings decided to invest into like the first black-owned bank, the first department store in Chicago that was black-owned, the grocery stores, and we had this metropolis of a community where we had our own police departments when we policed ourselves, and we had our own grocery stores and butcher shops where people would look out for each other. And I felt like we got away from that, and we wanted to tell the story of how we can get back to that, because it is attainable for us as black folks to unite, thrive, and have a true a part of the piece of the American dream.